Good morning, everyone. Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is actually July 3rd, 2023, and tomorrow is the 4th of July. So that's what I wanted to kind of talk about in this video. I was going to show you this real quick. Obviously, there's more wood to split and stack. Well, you got in the way, silly. But got a decent amount of wood out of it so far. I'm going to pull those off, and then we're just going to extend that down. But it's a decent amount of wood off of that, and there's obviously quite a bit more to split yet. So I'm gonna be working on that today. But I just kind of wanted to show you. Like I said, I'll come out, I'll split for a little bit, get it stacked, and then not in any kind of rush as far as that goes, but I'm definitely going to be working on that more today. Just watered the garden. The garden is doing well. Everything looks good there. So since it's early, it's like 9 in the morning right now, I figured this was a good time to get the garden squared away. So anyway, 4th of July. I think people need a reminder, folks. I think people need a reminder of why we had happen and why we had an independent country now. And 248 years later, here we are, the dominant country in the world. And why has that happened? Why is that taken place? It's taken place because the government, which was England at the time, and King George, did another increase of tax on tea. I believe it was a 2% increase, or 2-cent increase, or something to that effect, on the cost of tea. And people were outraged, and that's why you had the Boston Tea Party, where they dumped all the tea into the bay, which started the Revolutionary War, and obviously where we're at now, because people had been fed up with being taxed to death. Well, I think people need, like I said again, a gentle reminder. Stay here. Of why we did that. Are we not being taxed to death now, folks, by our government? Right? Get over here. But we definitely are. We're taxed way too much. Certain things that were supposed to be temporary obviously are now permanent. I can remember when they did the thruway in New York State, and that was supposed to be a temporary thing. Just a temporary thing. We're doing the thruway, it's going to be temporary. No big deal. Okay, sounds good. Well, it wasn't temporary. It had become, oh, these freaking bugs today. It has become permanent. So there's definitely a major issue with that, and people just are not really paying attention to all of that. Look at these freaking bugs. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can kind of see what I'm dealing with here. These freaking bugs are everywhere, which is great. I love it. It is what it is. But anyhow, are we all going to just continue to stand by and let the government just continue to bend us over? I wonder sometimes, and I think that the answer to that is probably going to be yes, because people are so complacent. They don't care. As long as they have their creature comforts, which means their air conditioning, their their comfortable chair, their alcohol, their drugs, their entertainment on TV, they're not going to do anything. Nothing is going to change. Man, these bugs are ridiculous today. Nothing is going to change. It's going to take something pretty dramatic for people to say enough is enough. And then also when we have a constant attack by government officials, certain government officials, on our Second Amendment rights, and they're trying to basically disarm us, is what they're trying to do, folks. Because if you follow history, I mean, it's a very telling tale in recent history. Government takes away guns, then government has complete and total control over the people, and then you have an issue. You look at a good example would be, and I'll use Australia as a good example, guys. They used an incident of a maniac to justify taking away guns, and people went, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So they turned in all their guns, and then when you had the pandemic, happen, and government overreach and control, and people were being arrested because they wouldn't follow protocol and everything else, there's nothing that they could do about it because the government had complete and total control. But what the problem is that people don't understand is there are a lot more of us than there are of them. That's the problem that I think people don't grasp anymore. We're the ones that can make the decisions if we band together, but we will never band together as long as they keep us fighting amongst each other. And that's also part of the problem, and that's perpetuated constantly with the legacy news media. Think about it, right? This race good, this race bad. We're going to blame every one of our problems on this race. There's also the issues of, the haves and the have-nots, and it just goes on and on and on. Religion is a big one as well. They use religion as a tool to keep us fighting amongst each other. And political affiliation is another one. There's very galvanizing the way people think and act based strictly on political view. If somebody has a different view, well, then they're an idiot and they're bad and they're stupid, instead of saying, hey, let's have a discussion. And that's another problem that we have in this country right now. Nobody can have a discussion anymore. Everybody wants to fight each other, and I'm right and you're wrong. It's absolute insanity. But anyway, I digress. Let's remember what this day coming up tomorrow is really truly all about. All right, folks, I'm going to jump off of here for now. I hope you guys are having a good day. I actually have to go and pick up another batch of insulation. So I'm going to go off and do that, and we'll get that rocking and rolling. So anyway, please be safe. Remember, folks, we truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we figure that one out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is going to be you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope you all are having a great day, and I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.